Oh snap! This YNW MELLY case is starting to wrap itself up. Now what I do before every video, I always come to you and say he is innocent until proven guilty. He is innocent until proven guilty. Now even with all the evidence, he's still innocent until proven guilty. With the case wrapping up, I hope y'all been following and not being biased. Follow the case, you know what I'm saying? Again, I like YNW MELLY as an artist. He's a talented black man. And I hate to see that this shit happen to 3 black men. But if he really did carry this shit out, which the evidence is pointing towards him, come on, man, be real, man. That is the most heinous shit you could possibly do, especially to one of your day ones. Talking about 10-year plus homies. That's fucked up. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all what I do believe and basically kind of rule out some things for y'all, because I know some of y'all aren't really watching the case, and if you are probably watching it from a lens of maybe being biased towards MELLY or being unbiased towards MELLY and just wanting him to go down death row. Now, me personally, again, I have no dog in this fight. It's just very unfortunate that this has happened. I want to tell y'all some of the stuff that I took away from this case, all right? The prosecution, although they were sloppy at times, they went into this saying like, yo, we finna aggress. We finna be the aggressor. Do y'all watch boxing? If y'all don't, watch a boxing match. They went into this match aggressive. They like, hey, I'm throwing haymakers. I may miss a couple haymakers. Y'all may capitalize off the miss haymaker, but I'm gonna throw haymakers, and eventually one of these motherfuckers is gonna lay you flat. That's how the prosecution went at this case. The defense is basically that. They're just sitting there bobbing and weaving, hoping that they don't get their ass knocked the fuck out. Throughout this whole case, man, they've been asking for a mistrial. Is that your secret weapon, to bank on a mistrial? And the judge constantly kept denying the mistrial, but they constantly asked for a mistrial. So your grand plan, your greatest strength is to say, hopefully we can go in here and get a mistrial. If that is your lawyer's mentality going into something and you're on the defense side, you should feel very, very scared, because they're banking on the judge saying, yeah, this is a mistrial. Man, no, man, you can't go into a fight looking for a forfeit from the person who's refereeing, bro. Come on. Again, the prosecution team was very sloppy at times, but they got their point across. They definitely had some solid fucking proof. They may have had some whiffs, but they had some solid proof. The defense, man, let me break this shit down to you. To try to put reasonable doubt in someone's head just because someone spelled the word that, D-A-T, most of the time, but in this one time where he said, yeah, I did that, yeah, I did that just because he spelled it D-A-T that time does not mean it wasn't him. Like, they're trying to say, oh yeah, that wasn't him because he doesn't spell it that way. My niggas, I spell was up, W-A-S-U-P. But then sometimes I spell it W-H-A-T-U-P. Sometimes I make it one whole word. Sometimes I separate the two. Guess what? It is still me. That is a minute thing. That is not enough for you to be like, yeah, it wasn't him because he didn't spell it D-A-T. He normally does. The prosecution came back and said he got a song where he spelled the word that, T-H-A-T, and not D-A-T. See, they're banking on little shit. They had one witness, which was Melly's friend, and he got up in that bitch and he was lying. My nigga, everybody could see that he was lying. Like, it was terrible. And then when the prosecution came up there to cross-examine his ass, oh, you said this, right? Like, when the defense was talking to him, he remembered every fucking thing. But as soon as she got there, I don't remember. It was 5 years ago. Oh, I don't remember. That was 5 years ago. And then she started pulling out, well, you don't remember a year ago you said this. Well, you know, I was high and I was drunk too. In other words, you're high and drunk should mean that you aren't even credible, because your fucking thoughts and what you may have seen might have been skewed because you were high and you were drunk. So at that point, once you say you're high and you're drunk, normally if you get a confession from a person who's drunk or high, you can't use that. So in this case, you can use him saying that he was high and drunk to say like, yo, MELLY is innocent. Like, this shit just don't add up, man. Also, this is the part that made me laugh, bro. This is the part that made me laugh. They said, you got that 5? They said that 5 means weed. Look, I live in Florida, and I lived in Florida for a long ass time. 5 is not weed. I don't care what you say. I ain't never heard a nigga say you got that 5 mean weed. Niggas call weed dope, weed, and a bunch of other shit, not 5. When a nigga say I'm about to go to the car and get that 5, they about to go get that gun. They not talking about bringing weed to the function. If a nigga say I'm about to up the 5 on you, he about to up a gun on you. It's the same thing as when somebody in Chicago say, I'm about to up a pole on you. It's the same thing. You not finna up a fucking pole that Goku used to ride on, the motherfucking power pole. No, he's talking about a gun. So if somebody in Florida say I'm about to get that 5, you need to be getting yourself far as hell from that situation, because they about to start upping that shit. I've never heard somebody say weed as 5, man. for the defense, L. Now, you can say whatever you want to say, but Melly was there, like, period, bro. He was there. I understand they trying to say that the geographical location of the cell phone towers isn't 100% correct. Doesn't matter. He was in the area at the time. He had the cell phone on him because right after the situation, he made a phone call to his mother, so he had the phone. So all this, he didn't know where his phone was at, is cap. Also, it was a drop location from the phone to Fredo, man. Fredo, man, I hope you ain't involved in this shit, man, because I fuck with you. You from Louisiana, you from the home state, bro. Like, I understand, you know what I'm saying? That's your mans. You gonna, you know, look out for your mans, but come on, bro. But it shows that the location was dropped to him, so somebody had to have the phone. The bags are missing. So if Cortland did it, the bags would still be in the car. So that means somebody else had to be there. Who got in the car with the victims? Y'all not answering those questions, man. Y'all leaving too many holes trying to use a loophole. You feel what I'm saying? You're trying to use a loophole, but in the process of using the loophole, you're leaving an even bigger hole open. Melly had the phone, he was there. The only thing that I could honestly think, and this is what he can say, is that, you know, Cortland did it, I was there. I was not involved with it. I was scared. You know, I seen it happen. But then he's still an accessory to murder. So at the end of the day, you still knew. Melly knew. If you sit here, you're trying to tell me Melly did not know or he wasn't there. Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say he wasn't there. But if you say that he did not know this shit was about to happen, you're a motherfucking lying to yourself. And I hate to cuss, but that's just what it is. People like to say since they don't have a gun or physical proof of him actually doing the murder, meaning that he can get off. No, it does not mean that, bro. All they need is circumstantial evidence that proves that you were there and that you were in that seat. And there are so many evidence pieces. Like, if they don't have to have the full evidence, they can have little bits of pieces to place you there and say you were there. There's plenty of people who've been tried and convicted of murder without a weapon or any witness. All they have to do is have enough evidence to put you at the scene in position to shoot. They said, hey, look, this could be furtherment of a gang. I doubt that shit. I don't think it got nothing to do with a gang. I think Melly was just a blood and then this shit happened. So we gonna get that the fuck on up out of there. You already see that there was money involved because the text between him and Sack Chaser about who is the lead man and I'm the CEO, you just my artist and you getting all the love. And then the conversation between him and his mom and then fucking Sack Chaser and his mom. Like, bro, it's so much shit. It is a lot of shit that was said that lets you know, like, it was not all cool in the YNW household, bro. It was a lot of friction. The fact that that boy Melly said that they could kill his mom, even if he didn't mean it, I agree. He might have just been trying to play peacemaker and just trying to cool everything down. Just like, yo, man, you ain't got to worry about me, man, because I'm on your side. Trying to play cool like I'm with you on this. Y'all could kill it. That's still fucked up to me, man. How could you say some shit like that about your mom, no matter how fucked off the situation is? And I know some niggas who mothers have not been great mothers to them coming up, and they hold their mother in the highest regard, but you're telling your friends it's cool as some people whack her, bro. F that beat, bro. Come on, man. Have more respect. That don't look good for you, man. That lets me know, if you're dead serious, that you wouldn't mind getting your mom clapped. What does that say about you getting your friends clapped? You would get your mom's clapped. You don't think I won't believe you won't get your friends clapped, bro? Bro, I'm about to wrap this shit up, bro. I just want to just give y'all a little bit of information. I'm about to wrap this shit up. To be completely honest with you, if you're a Melvin Melly fan, man, it doesn't look too good for him. And I understand a lot of y'all think that he's not guilty just because you like Melly. You just like Melly. That's just what it is, and that's cool. A lot of us are biased to the people that we like, and we do not look at logic and what's real and what's wrong and what's right. So with all that being said, with the circumstantial evidence, I'm about 95% sure it probably was Melly, bro. Based off all this shit, 95% is Melly. And I say the 5% that I left out, anything can happen. It could be anything. I said this in plenty of videos in the past. You can go back and watch. Anything can happen under the sun. But based off of the evidence showing him getting in the back seat, the evidence showing that Portland was in the front seat because the GSR was on the back of his shirt, and the blowback from one of the victims in the back seat was on the back of his shirt, and the person in the back seat back was flat on the back seat because there was no blood, no nothing on the seat. That means somebody was sitting face forward. The way that Portland had shit on his shirt, he was sitting face forward. So we know for a fact the drive-by was a lie. We know already it was not a drive-by. Melly's friend, who was on the stage saying that it, yeah, he came with us, he was in the room downstairs. We know it's not a drive-by anymore. That was proven. That was not a drive-by. His fucking defense, it was not a drive-by. So the defense must be just trying to put it squarely on Cortland, which is some bullshit. And if Cortland's watching any of this shit, man, he gotta be the world's best friend but the world's stupidest nigga, because you are letting them put the blame on you. Because if Melly gets off, they are gonna fry your shit. You may not get the death penalty, but you're gonna get life without parole, my boy. You are out of here. You are done. So we know for a fact it wasn't a drive-by shooting. This is all the facts I'm about to say. We know it wasn't a drive-by shooting. We know because we saw Melly get in the back seat. We know from forensics that is proven fact the shots came from the back seat. Didn't come from anywhere else, came from the back seat. We know that Melly's phone was an approximation of the fucking murder. It doesn't matter if it doesn't show that he was right up on the car or if he was maybe a few meters away. He was in the area. What are the odds? If he got into a different car, why is it showing that he's in the approximate area of the shooting at the time of the shooting? Like, that makes no sense. There's a phone ping to Fredo for the location, so that means somebody knew where the phone was. The friend said that nobody knew where the phone was. He was looking for his phone. All of a sudden, somebody has his phone. So the person who did the shooting found his phone and used it to drop a location off. They said everybody used the phone, but we know that's a lie because Melly had a motherfucking password. He exposed that himself from the phone call with his mom. Y'all not really putting these shit together. Y'all just, I don't know if y'all really putting it together. The next day, you at a video shoot that you said you might lose $1,000 for. Melly was a popping artist at that time. He got a song with Kanye. That ain't no little feat. But you said if you don't go to the video shoot, you lose $1,000. My nigga, if my two best homies die, I would be so fucked up. I would be so fucked up. I wouldn't even come out the room, bro. I would be in fucking tears the whole day. I would be so destroyed. I'll have to make that phone call like, bro, you gotta understand. My niggas just died. And if you feel like you gonna charge me for the video shoot, you do that, bro. But my homies died. Let me grieve, my nigga. And if you ain't gonna let me grieve, I'd never do business with you again because that's not how you supposed to handle your shit. They took all the messages talking about him saying that he did that shit after somebody asked, was he okay? Now, this is the part that gets me, bro. When your friends ask you, are you okay? And you send back to them, I did that shit. But since I didn't spell it D-A-T, it's somebody else. My nigga, sometimes I put that. And I don't use that often, bro. I use T-H-A-T. But sometimes I put that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a Saints fan. Who that? You know what I'm saying? Who? The point is, just because the spelling of one word is not the same as it always been, does not mean that it's not the person. It's not them that's, you know, like, it doesn't mean that that's not them. But in conclusion, bro, I'm about to wrap this shit up for real now. In conclusion, if Melly gets off, it is what it is, because you gotta understand, these are people on this jury who have emotions, have feelings, who can say, you know what, I don't want to condemn him because maybe I don't feel like it's enough information, and that's cool. Doesn't change the facts. If he does get sentenced, it is what it truly is. If you are a fan of YNW MELLY, learn from this situation. You don't have to be a criminal, bro. You don't even gotta do criminal shit. Go to court. Take them niggas to court. You are a multi-millionaire now. Handle your shit like a millionaire supposed to. Not the way the streets. You ain't in the streets no more, man. You are a millionaire. You are rich now. Handle it like rich people do. Well, Vito, that ain't real. Fuck being real, man. Being free is real. Having money is real. Enjoying your family is real. This shit shows you how dumb criminals can be. You think that you can beat the system. Well, sometimes people do beat the system, but in this case, it was sloppy. You were not about to get away with saying that this shit is a drive-by. Like, these niggas gonna be like, oh, it's a drive-by. Let's all just go about our way. The funeral for them two gonna be held this day. It is what it is. We'll go look for the criminals. We'll put something out there, say, hey, be on the lookout for some niggas who shot a car up. That ain't how it works. If you tell them some shit, they're gonna go back and see if it matches up. They're gonna do all the ballistics. They're gonna take the car. They're gonna do forensics on it. Be smarter, bro. I'm not telling you to be smarter to be a criminal. Be smarter to not involve yourself in shit like this. I understand y'all love this King Von stuff. Rest in peace to King Von. I understand y'all like this drill culture. Y'all like this street shit. The street shit is fuck. It's a cesspool. The streets is a cesspool. The streets don't love you. They don't care. They may say RIP you and they move on with their life. Free him, move on with his life. You feel what I'm saying? Your homie's gonna say free you for a little while. They're gonna grow up and they're gonna have their own families. They're gonna grow out of the mentality that they have now, and you're gonna be in prison or in a box. If you could take anything from what I just told you today, please be smarter about the decisions that you make. The streets is not for everybody. The streets ain't for nobody, to be completely honest with you, because not a lot of people make it out the streets. And if you have an opportunity like YNW MELLY to get out of the streets, why don't you just take advantage of that?